Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, or whenever you're watching this, you know who I am. And it's time for my movie review of Wreck-It Ralph. Saw it Monday, but before I give you my review of it, let's go back a few. It originally came out its world premiere October 29th, 2012. It hit the United States November 2nd. And the movie's only 108 minutes, not that long, not that short. Now of course, it's a video game movie. Let's just get that out of the way. It's a video game movie. You know, and I know some people may not call it that, but it is what it is. I mean, when you got Bowser, Mario, Sonic, Bison, Zangief, a kart racing game, a first-person shooting game, and of course, Fix-It Junior, which is somewhat of the main focus point to a degree. But the main character is Wreck-It Ralph, who is voiced by John C. Reilly. Sorry if I mispronounced his name. He did pretty good. Usually I'm usually hit or miss when it comes to some of his films, so to speak, you know. It depends. Liked him in some, didn't like him in others. It depends which one it is, and that's me being honest. He's got his good moments and bad moments as far as I am concerned. Now, of course, Sarah Silverman stars as one of the other main characters, as the 9-year-old racer and glitch in Sugar Rush, Vanellope Von Sweetson, or whatever fucking last name is. Jack McBrayer stars as Fix-It Felix Jr., the hero of Fix-It Felix Jr., and Jane Lynch is the female love interest of Fix-It Felix Jr. Enough said. And of course, the main villain is Turbo in King Canyon. I actually think it's kind of funny they called him Turbo, because when I hear Turbo, I think of Street Fighter Turbo and I want to punch the wall. Anyway, the plot of Wreck-It Ralph is pretty much Wreck-It Ralph's upset because he's tired of being the villain. He's tired of living in a bad place. You know, why he sees the hero always get the medals, the pilot lives in the penthouse. He does not. He gets, you know, and he gets a little upset when he wasn't invited to the 30th game anniversary with his other counterparts. So he goes off to get a medal. He does get one in Hero's Duty, but then loses it in Sugar Rush, the kart racing game. That's when Vanellope comes in. Now, unfortunately, because of that, Wreck-It Ralph also brought a bug enemy into the yada yada yada. Long story short, the movie's pretty much about being yourself and, you know, be who you are. And it's a very good movie, and, you know, very good movie. Now, of course, I loved it because, like I said, I'm a video gamer, and there's a lot of video game references in this game. A lot. I mean, you got Cuba, Dr. Eggman, Mario, Nell from Altered Beast. There's a fucking old one right there. You know, Tapper's Ball, which, oh god, who didn't remember that game? Paperboy, Blinky, Pinky, and Inky, Pac-Man, Frogger, Quacks, Dig Dug. Now, Mario is mentioned, you know, and ironically enough, King Candy uses the Kiwami code. That should tell you how much they really went through. They did everything right. So, you know, it felt good to know that since I was a video game expert, it felt fun to see some of the old characters from back in the day. And now, you know, I enjoyed it. You know, if you're a video game person, you're gonna love this film. I can tell you that now. You're gonna love it. And if you have a kid, brother, sister, babysit, you know, take them to it. They're gonna love it. As a matter of fact, when it comes out on Blu-ray, I'm buying it. Okay, that's how much I loved it. Usually, I don't buy kids' movies, but in this case, I make the exception because it was a good movie. You know, and it does video games justice, which we have not had in the movie genre in a long, long time, okay? Don't believe me? Just go look up video game movies. Super Mario Brothers movie. Ugh. Mortal Kombat. Decent at best. Street Fighter. Ugh. So the first one's only good because of the Bison character, and that, ugh. Tomb Raider. Yeah, Resident Evil's been hit or miss, depending. You know, so this was the real first good video game movie in a long time. Now, I didn't do that bad in the box office, you know. made over 190 million, which ain't bad when the budget was 165 million, so it did some profit. Music was very good. The director did a pretty good job, I gotta admit. And honestly enough, Wreck-It Ralph is actually in a game, believe it or not. Yes, there is a game. You know, there was a Flash version. You know, and Disney did do a tie-in for the Wii DS and Nintendo DS. And actually, Wreck-It Ralph is also in the Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing Transform game as a playable guest character. And I think that's kind of funny. So when I do get to that, I will review that and I'll actually get the players in. So that's going to be kind of cool. Now, rumors there is a sequel coming out. You know, the director Rich Moore did an interview October 25th. Said that he and Disney have ideas about a sequel that would bring the characters up to date and explore online gaming and console gaming. So, yay for that. Now, like I said, I enjoyed this movie. I know a lot of people didn't. I know one person who did not like it, but the problem is, and I say this, if you're going to see this, you either have a kid or you grew up playing video games like me a lot. A lot. You know, and I gotta be honest, the art design and color palette was good. You know, and it felt good. It just felt like it was like a mix of retro and new age video game, which was great, and I enjoyed. So at the end of the day, Wreck-It Ralph, good voice cast, good director, good music, good plot, which that's already in a video game. And you know, you just felt nostalgic if you knew what was going on. You know, if you knew Cuba, the Kiwami code, the code, everybody knows the code, and all that. It felt great. So at the end of the day, and I will say this, and this is to the director, Rich Moore, you did video games justice on this, my friend. So I applaud you for that. At the end of the day, Wreck-It Ralph gets a 5 out of 5. Definitely go see it before it comes out. I will be buying it on Blu-ray. You know, definitely go see it. It's a great movie. I will see you later today for not 1, not 2, but 3 video game reviews that all just came out on the PlayStation Store yesterday. And that is Virtua Fighter 2, Fighting Vipers, and Sonic the Fighters. What do I think of these 3 HD updates? Do they still hold the test of time? Find out later tonight. Till then, this is your boy, the DOUG, signing out, and remember, Wreck-It Ralph.